And welcome to yet another edition of Nights Around the Fire. I'm David Thompson. This is Sue Taylor.
Hi, guys.
We're back again. We want to thank all of our new subscribers for hooking up with us. We hope you continue to watch. We got a nice show tonight, very interesting show. And Sue probably has been doing a lot more research recently that she might have done in the last years because she's on fire. Now, you're watching Nights Around the Fire. We're Canonsburg's #1 paranormal podcast, and we're so glad you can join us. So, Sue, what's on the agenda for tonight?
All right, so tonight we are going to continue with our Ireland series. If you saw our last video, we talked about the Banshee and the Dullahan. I am trying to give it the nice little Irish twist that I heard on the videos I was watching today, so we're going to go with that. And today we are going to dig into some of the most haunted buildings in Ireland.
That seems pretty interesting. Ireland seems like, from what I've read, just seems like a country full of haunted places. Is that true?
Ireland's got it all, and I don't know that it's all necessarily haunted, but they've got all kinds of different spirits, like maybe not necessarily ghosts in form, but they've got different types of entities and beings that are roaming around the countryside.
Yeah, not as many cryptids maybe.
No, I don't think there's an Irish Bigfoot. I don't think there's Bigfoot's Irish cousin.
I'm not sure. We have to look into that, folks.
We do have to look into that.
If you know that there's a Bigfoot in Ireland, let us know. We'd be glad to report on it. So, Ireland, haunted places.
Yes.
What do we got?
So, one of the books that I used this week was the Hellfire Club, Satan's Playground in Dublin.
Okay, so Hellfire Club. Well, what is the Hellfire Club?
So, the Hellfire Club sits on Montpelier Hill above Dublin. And it was never intended to be one of Ireland's most haunted buildings. It was merely built as a hunting lodge.
So it went from hunting lodge to haunted lodge.
Haunting lodge. Ha, ha, ha. There you go.
Yeah, I'm on a roll tonight, folks. I'll be here till the end of the video.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. What does he have in store for us next? Okay, so it was built by William Connolly in 1724. And no one knows who designed the actual building because the architect does not exist anymore in history.
Just disappeared. If you write a book, you usually want to take credit for it. Mm-hmm. And someone built a building which needed an architect to be built, and they don't know who the architect was. Okay, we're already off to a really fast start here.
Yeah, a little weird, but okay. So it didn't start out well in this world because, and I'm going to give a quick disclaimer here. I am going to try to just tell a ghost story here and not pick this apart entirely. Whatever Dave says is up to Dave, and I will respond accordingly to it. So, let's go with this, but we all know how we feel about haunted and cursed grounds.
Right.
So, the story goes that the Hellfire Club was built upon an ancient burial ground. So, Connolly comes out, wants to build this hunting lodge, and there on the ground already is a Neolithic burial ground dating back 5,000 years.
Wow.
Okay, so it gets worse. It does. So the burial ground was topped with a cairn, which for anyone who isn't sure what that is, it's like a pillar of rocks that is designed. You'll usually see it on hiking trails. Hikers will usually create that. And it can be used in burial mounds as well. So it was topped with a big rock that was disrespectfully removed.
That's bad.
It gets worse. They used some of these stones from the cairn to build the fireplace.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so we are already not doing so well here.
Yeah, so 2 strikes.
Yeah, this is actually 3. If you consider the fact that they built it on a Neolithic burial ground, they disrespectfully removed the top rock, and then they used the rocks from the cairn to build the fireplace. 3 strikes, you're out.
Apparently, they weren't up to date on folklore.
No, and you figure it was 1724.
Yeah.
Like, they would have been really superstitious about that.
I would think. Especially in Ireland.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like
they're superstitious from my understanding.
Yeah, because their history tells them not to go do stupid things because you're going to make a spirit mad.
Don't do that.
No, and he did all of them. Like, he just kind of went through with his little quill and his parchment and just checked off bad things to do.
What more can go wrong?
Well, let's go over that. Now, I am going to make this a little better, and I am going to say that archaeological claims do not back up the burial ground thing. So maybe that didn't happen. But if you think about it, the burial ground story that is associated with this property and the hunting lodge being built on top of it plays into the theme of literally dancing on someone's grave. Because you come to the hunting lodge and the excess of the family that built on top of it, literally dancing on someone's grave.
Yeah, it's never good.
No, that's also a very bad thing.
So folks, I feel this way when I go to a cemetery. Even now, and I'm not that superstitious, I do not walk on somebody's grave.
I have walked on my great-grandparents' grave before. I do try to keep Lucy off of it, though, when we walk. I don't feel that's fair. But she does like to jump on people, so she should jump on great-grandma and great-grandpa picnic.
Okay, right. Hey, by the way, if you feel that way, let us know in the comment section. I'd like to hear if anybody else is like me, even now. I'd rather not walk on your grave. I have a bad feeling about it.
Yeah. And it's a true superstition. It's people have a lot of there's a lot of stories about that like the spirits can reach up and grab you and
pull you
they
right
don't
in.
like that. Yeah.
Not
yeah,
good.
It's not a good story. Okay. So because of all of these things that happened, this building has been themed to have been haunted since day one. So a thunderstorm, much like we're having today, blows in out of nowhere. And it takes off the lodge's roof.
Day one.
Yeah. So already not doing so well.
That's an omen.
Yeah, that's like the bottle of champagne that wouldn't break on the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Right. We should have known there was a problem here.
Something is not going well here.
Maybe let's have some shore leave for a month.
Yes. So the rumor that came up with the roof coming off was that the devil removed the roof in retaliation for disturbing the burial ground.
Okay.
I don't know the Prince of Darkness personally, but I don't know exactly why taking off roofs is his thing.
I don't know why that would be either. And I do know a church that had a window broken and they claimed the devil did it.
He might have.
Well, it was a window that nobody actually ever saw, and I don't know that that was really true, but people tend to blame the devil for everything.
And especially in 1724, this was after, again, Ireland is much older than the United States, so if you were watching in the United States, please remember that. The witch trials had already happened. The witch trials in Europe were kind of going on at this time. It was very easy to blame a witch. It was very easy to blame the devil. If your crops died, if your horse died, something happened, it was the devil.
You got to blame somebody.
You got to blame somebody, so you might as well blame the Prince of Darkness.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're blaming
We're blaming the devil. Well, okay. So remember that as we go on.
Okay.
Okay. So supposedly the lodge was a meeting place for the Irish Freemasons. Okay. So in London, there was a Hellfire Club that had been created that was basically just a club for debauchery. So drinking, gambling, women, all of the things that were frowned upon in society at this time.
Yes. And pretty much still are in some realms.
Yes. And that was created in 1718 London by a man by the name of Philip Wharton. And he created the Hellfire Club in London basically because he just wanted a place to drink and gamble and hang out with women.
Okay.
Okay. So that's fine. Like, do what you want, man.
Red-blooded Irishman or red-blooded Englishman?
Englishman. You're not... okay. If that's just what you want to do, that's fine. Just don't hurt anybody while you're doing it.
Well.
So supposedly, Wharton joined the Irish Freemasons after the King of England made his club disband.
So the King of England shut him down.
Yeah. So, because of this, one of the members of Wharton's club decided to expand and therefore build the Hellfire Club as part of the Freemasons, which would then go on to meet at the Hellfire Club that we are discussing outside of Dublin. Yes.
Okay. So they expanded.
Yes.
Or they relocated.
Because
it was closed down.
Kind of like a branch chapter.
Branch chapter.
Yeah. So the lodge was already a great place for them to meet because they were secluded, and it already had that really cool reputation of
being
like, yeah, it's haunted.
haunted,
The devil took off its roof. Like,
and they fit right in.
yeah, this was great. They thought this was just fabulous. They did all the other stereotypical things, like they had a black cat for a mascot. I own 4 black cats. I no judgment here, people.
No.
They would leave a seat for the devil so that he could join them to hang out. Okay. Okay. And then as they were doing all of these things, the rumors about them started to swirl. And as you can expect, all of the stories started to get worse and worse and worse and worse.
Sure.
And so this would give the club its current name of the Hellfire Club.
Okay.
Okay.
I see.
So lots of stories started coming out of the Hellfire Club, particularly one that of Mr. Simon Luttrell, who supposedly settled his gambling debts by making a deal with the devil. These guys kept the devil really busy.
Wow. So
Yeah.
he's also a loan shark.
He is, which I didn't know, but supposedly this man settles his gambling debts and offers the devil his soul.
Charlie Daniels.
Yeah, apparently the devil was out of golden fiddles at this time, so he just paid off his gambling
Paid off his
debts.
gambling debt. But
Yeah.
he bought his soul for cheap.
Well, so here's where the devil kind of got screwed. Because he shows up to collect this guy's soul, and the devil arrives and he announces that the last man in the room is going to have his soul taken. The men in the room did the logical thing and they ran out of the room, leaving Luttrell behind as the last man in the room. The devil is coming towards Luttrell to take his soul, and somehow Luttrell manages to slip out of the room and elude the devil with his life and his soul intact, supposedly.
Okay.
Yeah. So the devil has made at least 2 appearances at this club, not considering the fact that they left a chair for him on a regular basis.
Now, I got a feeling here that Mr. Luttrell eventually ran out of luck. That's my opinion. I'm sure that he went home that night, and I know the devil knew where he lived, and he said, "Oh, you tried to slip out from me."
Supposedly, Luttrell dropped dead 7 years later to the day.
7 years to the day.
Yes.
The devil doesn't lose on those deals.
No. He collected on that one. And supposedly, a priest showed up one night to see the members worshiping a black cat, a large black cat.
Oh, so we have idolatry.
Yes. And so supposedly the priest starts throwing holy water at the black cat, and the cat freaks out, goes into smoke, and turns into the devil.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I don't know. If you threw water of any type on my cats, they would not be big on the idea.
They wouldn't be happy?
No, they would not be happy. They would not go and smoke and turn into the devil.
They'd be waiting for you that night.
They would. Now we are coming to the biggest story out of Dublin's Hellfire Club.
Now hold on to that, Sue.
Okay?
We're going to give you that teaser. I want to let you know, hey, listen, you enjoy this content with Sue and Ashley provide here on Nights Around the Fire, please consider subscribing to this channel
Squash that like button.
and share the video with as many of your friends and family members as you can, people that are like-minded and enjoy mysteries, legends, and myths. We have a lot on our plate. We got a lot of video in the can. We're going to show it to you, but please join our group. And what else do we have for them, Sue?
So we've got some great videos. We just posted one with our friend Ken Smith going through his ghost hunting equipment. And that is a very informative video. And don't think you have to watch that video and then go spend a lot of money. He shows some very quick and easy ways that you can hunt ghosts. Let's see. We've got our great video with Megan down at the Cancer Collective talking about her haunting. I am going to make a call either this week or next week to a new friend that we are making down in Greene County, the most haunted county in America, where we are going to get out and do some live ghost hunting later this spring.
It's some big time down there. Our paranormal investigator, Ken, can tell you a lot of stories about Greene County, and we believe that that's going to be a big episode for us.
Yeah. And in the coming weeks, Ashley and I are going to get together, and the three of us are going to hang out on camera, and we're going to talk about the McCamey Manor extreme haunt.
Yeah, I never heard of this story before, and basically it's kind of a really messed up story.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And if you might want to maybe give them a little teaser.
So I don't know if it's still on Netflix. If you can check out the series, The Dark Tourist, that was on Netflix. McCamey Manor was featured on there, and basically what it was it was an extreme haunt where the owner, Russ McCamey, and his people could pretty much do whatever they wanted to you.
And we'll leave it at that. There's a
Yes.
lot to this story. Again, it surprised me. So stay tuned for that. That means if you want to hit that bell icon, basically you'll get notified when Nights Around the Fire releases another video, and you'll be one of the first to see it. So do that. So we got a lot coming down the pike, don't we?
We
Sue?
really do, and we've got a great problem to have is that we've got more content than you have time to edit. So,
Yes.
yeah, you're going to get some very frequent uploads.
Yeah, and stay tuned for part 2 of Ken, our paranormal hunter's interview with us. We, of course, as Sue mentioned, he shows his equipment. And we also have him tell us a story about our Carnegie Library in Carnegie, PA, not far from us. And as you know, Andrew Carnegie, feeling generous after being a robber baron for so many years, built libraries just about everywhere in the area. One of them is in Carnegie, a beautiful library and music hall.
Yes.
He tells us a story about that, so stay tuned. That's going to be out in about 3 days. I'm sure you'll enjoy his story. Ken is a good storyteller, and you'll the hero raise up on the back of your neck, I'm sure.
And we're going to try to get down to the Greene County Historical Society as well. And we've got some friends down there, and we hear that they're very welcome. So if you are from the Greene County Historical Society and you are watching, you're going to hear from us soon. So
We'll be there.
yeah.
Okay, so let's get back to the Hellfire Club.
All right, let's go back to the Hellfire Club now. If you are in Western Pennsylvania with us today, you have noticed that we are getting some very severe storms. So get ready. The biggest story that comes out of the Hellfire Club is on a stormy night, much like tonight, a stranger arrives at the hall.
Well,
Okay. Stranger's playing cards with them. And one of the card players drops his cards under the table accidentally. So, naturally, he goes down to pick them up.
okay.
He looks at the stranger, and he sees that the stranger has cloven hooves.
Okay.
So, the man who has gone down to pick up his cards does the very logical thing, and he keeps his cool for a little bit.
He couldn't do it for...
No, he could not. And he finally starts freaking out, and he screams, "Dude's got cloven hooves, dude's got cloven hooves, he's the devil, the devil's among us. Do something."
How'd that work out?
Well, the stranger hears what he's saying, looks at the man, looks at all the other men at the table, laughs, and bursts into flames.
Okay.
Yeah. So, the man who had noticed the stranger's cloven hooves suddenly drops dead right there at the card table.
So what could go wrong went wrong for him.
Absolutely. And conveniently enough, Kenny Rogers was not there to write The Gambler this night.
No
But
gambling music.
He might have been thinking of this
You
story
should have
when he
held
wrote The
him while
Gambler.
you could.
Yeah.
So this guy... So basically, they have a place for Satan at their table. But when he comes, they complain.
Yeah, they don't like it. Yeah.
What could go wrong
They
there?
freak out. Yeah.
Did go wrong.
Yeah.
So some of the members are dropping dead, basically due to Lucifer himself.
Yes. Lucifer himself has had clear interaction with this building, according to history.
Well, he has been invited.
Mm-hmm.
And they did invite him in. Isn't
Left a
that what they
chair
say
for
about
him.
a vampire? Don't invite him in. He
Yeah.
has no power over you.
Vampires can't do anything to you unless you invite them in.
That was from the Lost Boys. He said, "Oh, son, never invited vampire in. You have no power over him." Oh? Well,
Did Anne Rice hold that role in her books?
no.
I didn't think so. Yeah. Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah, I don't think so. But once again, it was a different type of book.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't remember. I think Dracula could come and go as he pleased.
yeah, it's hard to say what some of the folklore is around it because I think there's so many different ones. We'd have to take our trip to basically Romania to find out. We don't have the funds for that right now, so we're going to have to put that trip to Romania off to investigate vampires. But I'm sure we're going to have that on our list here.
We'll put that on our list. Yeah. Yeah. Also, some of these buildings, the Hellfire Club and the building we're going to talk about next, have been investigated by paranormal investigators. So if you guys want to start a collection fund to send Ken to Ireland to investigate these buildings
With us.
yeah, you can send the money directly to us.
Yes, we all want to go.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll foam live from the Hellfire Club.
We love Irish people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So after this, the devil's kind of done all he can with this club, and then a fire nearly destroys the building.
He was done with it for sure.
He was really done with it, so the club has to move to a new location until it disbanded in the 1740s.
Wow. So it
Yeah.
didn't really last that long.
It didn't. And today, you can go visit the Hellfire Club. So if we go to Ireland with Ken, we can all go visit it. There is a rumor that they're going to build a visitor center on the land, but that's still up in the air. But you can go see one of the most haunted buildings in Ireland if you are there.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not saying that was the most haunted building. It had 3 episodes in how many years? The Roof. Basically, the devil came to collect the soul, and the
priest with the cat.
priest with the cat.
Yeah, and
The
supposedly
hooves guy.
Supposedly today, the building is still haunted. There are black shapes, noises including screams, growls, and moans, as well as cold spots. There's apparently the apparition of a monk that some people see, and there's a lot of YouTube videos depicting the haunting out here. So if you want, you can go watch some ghost adventures, hauntings, videos of people going there and investigating, and they get a lot of EVPs there.
Well,
So-
the monk just confuses me.
It's an old building. It's got a big history. Who
Okay.
knows what else happened with it?
All right, so that was the Hellfire Club. Interesting. So if you're in Ireland and you're anywhere near the Hellfire Club, go to it.
Go
Just
check it
don't
out.
invite the devil in.
Maybe we should just leave that as a gift. Don't do that at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, just don't do that at all.
Yeah,
because
don't go.
As we're going to see in the next story, when the devil shows up, we got some issues.
Yeah. You never want the devil to be invited anywhere.
No.
Okay, so what is the next haunted location?
So the next haunted location we are going to go to is a place called Loftus Hall.
Loftus Hall.
Loftus Hall. Also right outside of the Dublin area. And the land was apparently acquired by a Norman invader called Raymond Le Gros in 1170.
Those Normans were everywhere.
They were. And so his descendants, who were a family by the name of Redmond. I have also seen Raymond, but I saw Redmond more prominently, built a house on this land called, can you guess what they called it?
No.
Redmond Hall.
Oh. Okay. That again, very innovative.
Very innovative.
Titling here.
It's like Clearfields.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Clearfield. Yeah.
Clearfields.
What are you going to name it? What's your name? Redmond?
Yeah. Redmond Hall. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
they name it Redmond Hall.
Named it Redmond Hall. So this place was great because it was isolated. And at this time, the Black Plague was ravishing through Ireland. So by it being so isolated, it was much safer than them being in the cities or anything because it would keep the plague
at bay.
Yes. Yes. So it's already it gets a history very early on. In 1642, it was attacked during the Irish Confederate Wars. So there was a battle there, lots of bloodshed on the ground. So already not doing so great.
Yeah.
There's no history that I could find of anybody actually dying there during the Black Plague, but this building and this land has a big history associated with it.
Well, there's violence and there's death right off the bat.
Yeah,
right?
So already we've got some traumatic events that could leave a spirit behind.
In very dark times.
Yes. So in the 1700s, a family by the name of Loftus acquires the land and therefore the house. And a gentleman by the name of Henry Loftus chooses to rename Redmond Hall as Loftus Hall.
Okay.
Fair. His name's not Redmond.
Yeah, so, again, not really innovative.
Right.
I guess you use your name. I mean, like, why can't you say if you're in a valley with pines, you're Whispering Pines or something? I don't want to name my place Tomsic Hall.
See, that's your task for later. Is you have to come up with a name for your hall. It's not Tomsic Hall.
Yeah, if I had a hall, what would I name it?
Yeah.
I'll probably come back and say Tomsic Hall.
He'll tell you in our next video.
Okay, so what happened here?
Okay. So now we're going to get into our first story of what happens. At this time, there is a family by the name of Tottenham living in the hall.
In Lofton Hall.
In Loftus Hall, yes.
Tottenham living in Loftus Hall.
Yeah, this is about 1775. And they have a daughter by the name of Anne, who, if you go through history, Anne was a real person. So you can historically find records of Anne Tottenham from Loftus Hall. So about this time, one night, a storm blows up.
One dark and stormy night.
Yep. And two different versions of this story. One version is that a ship wrecks near the hall. Like, wrecks up on the rocks near the hall and leaves one survivor. Another version says that a captain docks his ship nearby and they only had one passenger on board who gets off.
So what's common here in one?
One person. Be it the sole survivor or the only passenger. One man.
Pick your story.
Yes.
Still got one.
Yes. So regardless of how this happens, the person who was on the ship, the one person, the survivor or the passenger, whichever version you're following, comes to Loftus Hall. And on the door, and the Tottenham family opens the door, and they invite him in.
Here we go again.
Yeah. Now, Loftus Hall is fairly isolated. So, it's 1775. They're not watching Netflix. They're playing cards. Because that's about the only form of entertainment that they have right there.
Okay, so right again, we have people deciding to play cards with each other like they did at the
Hellfire Club.
Hellfire Club.
But in this case, it's a family playing.
Okay.
Including the women and the daughter, Anne, are playing cards. So, in these stories, either the stranger is smitten with Anne or Anne is smitten with the stranger, but there is a
connection.
Yes, between the two of them, and they're kind of laughing and talking, smiling at one another. And some stories say that even though the stranger had been losing, he would come back and win. But stranger is winning his hands even if he's losing. So, like you do in these card games, which I didn't think you were supposed to do, at some point Anne drops her cards. And she leans down to pick them up.
This sounds familiar.
Yeah. What do you think Anne notices about the stranger?
Cloven hooves?
She does. She notices it.
Ireland's filled with this.
Yeah. Now, Anne does not do what the gentleman in the first story did. Anne does not keep her cool. Anne freaks out. Devil, right there, sitting right there playing cards with us. Now, the devil in this story has a very logical reaction himself. He jumps up from the table, and he flies through the ceiling, and the roof, and out of the house. And He's in a ball of fire, so he leaves a giant hole in the roof. To this day, the hole is in the roof of Loftus Hall.
No one fixed it?
You can see the hole that the devil supposedly went through.
Now, has
Still
anybody
there.
investigated this?
There have been ghost hunters there.
I mean, structural engineer people, I say engineer, but construction people would say, yeah, that's an exiting hole.
You want to call the Mothman? See if he can check it out?
We got the Mothman on speed dial. He can do a flyby.
Yeah.
He also has infrared. Wow. So he went through, basically had to go through 2 floors then, right?
You would think, yeah.
Wouldn't that like the rain come in?
You would think.
And no one fixed it since 1700?
No. It's still there.
That's creepy.
Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Let us know what you think. Please comment. Let us know what you think on that.
Well, just add a little aside to this. As I said, Anne Tottenham was a real person, and she supposedly lost her mind from the experience and then died in seclusion, which then left her ghost to come and haunt Loftus Hall.
Oh, so you had a devil sighting and her ghost.
Yes.
So it is haunted today.
It is haunted today. And this is another one that you can look up YouTube videos of ghost adventures. I think it was Zach Baggins actually went and investigated it and got some sounds and some interesting feedback from this place. So you can check that out. I will leave that to everyone to finish watching this video and then go do that.
Okay, wow. So those are 2 places that people believe are haunted.
Yes.
And they have been checked out by investigators.
Yes.
Now, granted, folks, yeah, we quote, double quotes here. We don't vouch for these people. Okay, we're not going to vouch for anybody except our friend Ken. Because we know what he does. We know he tries to run a really clean ship. But I think anytime you're on television, there's stress to produce, to show results. So I worry about that. I'm not calling them all that way. Ken told us on the last video, and you can watch that one coming out, that they go to these places and make it seem like they do it in one night. But it takes 2 weeks, and they keep the same clothes on. So it seems like it's the same night. So they're being a little disingenuous right from the start there. Why they worry about that, I don't know. Because Ken will tell you that it's very difficult to always just go in somewhere and get readings.
Yeah.
There's places that does happen, right?
It's not going to happen every single time that you go. Like
Right.
Ghosts are not trained that they dance every time you tell them to.
Right. So we just want to go on record there. We take things at face value. You can go, as Sue mentioned, look at the YouTube videos, do your own research, and then see what you believe.
Yeah. So I will toss this out. Loftus Hall, we have another story to tell you about this place, but Loftus Hall is no longer open to the public. It looks like it closed with the pandemic in 2020 and then just never reopened. So you can go check out the grounds like from a distance, but they are privately owned. So you cannot actually go up to the building, tour the grounds or anything like that.
I wonder if they fixed the roof.
I would hope they did.
I hope they fixed the roof. I have a problem. I don't want holes in my roof. That's me.
Dave is thinking about the structural integrity of the building.
Yeah. I mean, no one wants to walk into a cave and have it cave in on you.
No.
Or into a house and have it cave in on you. I'm just saying I believe in safety first. We had that incident here with the doors that couldn't open at the fake fire at basically the Morgan building. We have a video there about the Morgan building in Canonsburg.
Good video.
New, go watch it. Basically, it was a terrifying event from the early periods of Canonsburg. Okay, Sue, let's go on to your next story here from Ireland.
Yep. Okay. So this is the second story I have from Loftus Hall, and so at some point in history, and this is confirmed, you can view this in documentation. Some nuns were occupying the building, and they were running a school there for girls. And it's all right, Zoe. It's not too scary. So
it's our studio dog, Zoe.
Yeah, she's a little nervous about the story, but it's okay. So one of the orders that was there was the Sisters of Providence. And the students at the school started seeing things. And one girl was walking to get a glass of water and saw something. This was early 20th century. So
Okay, this was fairly recent,
fairly recent.
considering we're talking from 1600s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the girls starts seeing some things, and the nuns dismiss it as
Of course they would.
absolutely nothing.
Get it back in your room.
Basically, yeah. So later that evening, two of the nuns fall dead on the staircase. 1 minute they're alive, the next minute the Dullahan
Two at
comes
one
for
time.
them. Two
Yeah.
of them at one time.
Maybe they should have listened to the little girl.
Yeah. So the nuns do the logical thing in this case, and they get the students out of the building after they carve a Roman cross on the stairs where the nuns died. And to this day, the building is haunted, and one of these spirits that you can see in the building is a nun.
Okay, so we have a nun and the woman that went crazy.
Yeah. So there's
And we
two
know the
ghosts,
devil was there too.
and the devil was there. Yeah, we don't have the well, we have the battles that were fought there
Right.
with the Irish Confederate Wars.
Yeah, we know that can leave a
Yeah.
lot of spiritual energy behind, right?
Yeah, yeah. So there is, and these are only two stories. We've only got an hour program here. So,
Right. We try not to get you too inundated with thousands of stories that you forget.
yeah. So these are the two big ones. The biggest one is definitely Anne Tottenham and the devil that was playing cards with her and her family.
So we learned a lot today, Sue. The devil obviously likes to play cards,
He does.
not just the fiddle.
No, but I'm gonna toss this out to you. So, did you notice that all of these stories associate the devil with things that at that time were considered to be particularly, not so much with Loftus Hall because it was a family, but particularly with the Hellfire Club, they were doing bad things that were frowned upon.
Yeah,
They
sort of like
were-
a judgment thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's how we place judgment. We say that something bad happened to him, the devil got him, or whatever.
Or you're doing an activity that's associated with the devil. So the devil is therefore going to show up because you are doing the bad thing.
Right. And I sometimes hear, even today, people will say the devil has cloven hooves because he's some kind of a beast. Nowhere does anybody can go back to any place in the Bible or anywhere else that verifies that this is what he looks like. Again, pop culture. Even back then, that's what they believed.
That's what they believed. And if you look at the symbolism of you have to let the devil in for something bad to happen, you let the devil into your life, even if you were innocently minding
Sure.
your business, being a good person, letting somebody in from the storm, you let the devil in and bad things happen.
And it did in both these cases.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, those are interesting. Definitely enjoyed those. I think maybe we all can learn a lesson. And I say this a lot here. When we talk about mysteries, legends, and myths, we talk a lot about who humans really are. You know, the things that we fear, the things we don't understand, the things we get wrong that we don't comprehend, or sometimes we embellish. Those are the things that make up many of these stories. Now, some of the things we come on here and say might be true completely. I mean, that might be it. Some things you have to kind of go around some of the hard facts that they, like the cloven hooves. Maybe, maybe not. Now, people went there and said, well, the place is haunted. Okay, if you did an investigation the right way, maybe you're right.
Maybe it is. Yeah.
Of course, we can't confirm or deny. But in your feeling that from doing the research on this, there is a lot of similarities, isn't there?
There are. And this kind of falls into my Lake Lanier bucket.
Okay.
Whereas I definitely think these buildings are both haunted because they have the history and there is the evidence from looking at the YouTube videos that these buildings are haunted. But I, under no circumstances, believe that the devil himself personally showed up and did any of the things at either of these buildings.
Yeah, that's very difficult to believe. And, now a lot of people might disagree. I'll tell you that I know quite a few people that might disagree. I have to go with Sue here. whatever happened, it wasn't the devil, but I'm not saying it couldn't have been somebody else. And there's a lot of bad people back in the day, a lot of evil people back in the day. And
I'm sure there were some very bad people at both of these places. Well, if the family was living at Loftus Hall at that time, they might not have been so bad. But the Hellfire Club, oh yeah, I'm sure there were some bad people doing some bad things there.
yeah. Yeah, anytime you have alcohol mixed in, which the Hellfire Club would have had, you've got a problem.
Yeah.
Now with the other hall, that's different, but we'll go with what they said. It's haunted, okay. Obviously, no one's going to go investigate it anytime soon because it is, you said, closed off to the public.
Yeah, I don't know if they're actually letting like ghost troops in right now. We'll have to keep an eye on YouTube to see if any new videos pop up.
If they do, and we're not buried with so many other stories, we'll let you know. And we do have a lot of stories we still have in the bucket here.
Oh yeah.
We did one last week, which is still on the basically the list for me to edit.
By the time you're seeing this video, it should be up, so you should be able to go back and watch it.
It should be out, yeah. So keep an eye out for all of our new videos. Once again, if you enjoy the content we provide you, the content that Sue and Ashley so diligently search for and report, please consider subscribing to our channel. In fact, subscribe right now. Hit that button.
Squatch that like button.
Squatch it. That means power squatch it. And share. Sharing helps us. And we want to grow our channel. We got 83 subscribers. We're trying to get to 100. Obviously, we want to grow fast. But we're a new channel, and a lot of people don't know we're here. We need your help to do that. Please look at it from a point of our point of view. A like helps us with the algorithm. Sharing helps us with more people. And of course, subscribing shows us that you care about what we show you here. Sue, what else is coming up?
We also want you guys to go out and join our Facebook group. It's the Kensburg Paranormal Experience. Share your experiences. And we're going to start putting together an episode of listener stories for one of our future episodes where we're going to read your stories and hear what your experiences were out there. So if you've got stories or experiences, you can put them in the comments section, which many of you are very good about your Bigfoot stories. Lots of you are putting great stories in the Bigfoot comments. Or email them to us at strangeworld777@yahoo.com.
We'll place that right there. And remember, we're always here for you, so don't hesitate to get on that comment line there and let us know what you think, Phil, maybe what you want to see us investigate. A lot's coming up. Spring is here, and remember, we got to get it done before the snakes.
And the poison ivy. Well, we might be too late for the snakes.
The snakes are there, and I'm sure the poison ivy is already growing.
It's been 70-some a lot of days this week. I'm just holding my breath till the first snake shows up.
We'll make sure we put Sue and Ashley in a bubble and get them out there. Beyond all that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on Canonsburg's #1 paranormal podcast, Nights Around the Fire.
Bye, guys.
See ya.